and the paranoia from TenZ, but here comes the 5 versus 5. Smokes are down for the attackers in a few more seconds here, and the retake is going to be on.
But the first blood is drawn by Hero. Now, patience being shown again from Sen. Cautious steps forward, trying to clear through by elbow. You can see where the vast majority of Fnatic sit.
2 flashes ready.
They're waiting for him. First contact made. Site being swarmed. Sentinels looking for a body to drop, and the shots aren't landing this time. It's John QT to answer back. They've got sight, but they don't know about Hero. Pressure from the back lines! 3 for him, eyeing up his 4th, and John QT can only dodge for so long! Fnatic with the first! Masses of value. You look at Zekken, you look at John QT. Zekken in a wonderful position, but a very uncharacteristic missed shot, and Alpha takes it with both hands. The crunch coming in now. Wrap it around, Zelsis in drop. Oh my god, so much trouble. Who the hell is this Fnatic? Because Sen unable to find their footing. I'm a little surprised, as I thought that nice little setup in market could have really rewarded Sentinels here, but no, it's down to the last 2 who aren't really encouraged to go for this now. It will always be a reminder that Sentinels, no matter the scoreline, are never quite down and never quite out. This time, that's what we're talking about. Sassy with a quick 2 in middle. Already doing so much damage, catching them by tiles, it gives them a huge advantage. However, unrecoverable weapons, that would have been lovely to get to hand, maybe supplement the 2 remainders that they had left over. Again, Zelsis, John QT, and Zekken still on those sheriffs, but it's TenZ on the corner. Boaster potentially on the chopping block. TenZ going to respect that and fall back step by step.
Keeping in mind here that 3 players from Sentinels have sheriffs. They only have those 2 vandals, and if Hero gets his hat off, he can get the information. This 3v5 is winnable. Right now, it's a 3 versus 4 in the A site.
Oh, TenZ again, another step back. Not getting what he wanted, but feeling brave enough to go back in. And that's why. Big pickup on Alpha there. And now they slow the roll. Sassy in unison. This is what Sentinels needed. As Hero gets caught, Sentinels. I'm looking at the lurk as well. John QT's position could be divine. Let's wait though, as already Durka going to find TenZ controlling the site for Zekken with 2! And he's back on it now! You've got the ult coming through, Sassy sends out Dizzy, John QT, the lurk comes in perfectly! As Alpha left in a 1v4, he's been found!
Stealing sight.
Actually, hold on, there's commitment! Zekken swings off the back of the paranoia. And that is a devastating duo to be holding that push up on A. Lovely synergy, and they've done well to get the first.
Stalled out, 1 minute remains on the clock. Fnatic can't break through A. They've used so much as well. They've used a drone in that position. They've used stun, a flash. Now they're down their duelists as well. Looking to pivot over towards B, but Sentinels, they staved that off with just 2 players. Their main defense is towards that B side. They got the trips there. They've got the triangle setup.
I feel like John QT is getting such a good read of this as well. That camera is going to give away the game.
Boaster through middle. Is he going to catch Zekken here?
Well, timing is everything, Boaster. Oh! It wasn't pretty, but it will get the job done.
Heroes walked out B as well.
It's Alpha, though, to get the reward. He's still pushing through. The site under contest. Hero getting further than maybe they'd expect, but market is still an issue. Sen have bodies here. Alpha not completely clean on the cross, and John gonna catch him. Hero trying to work forward. It's Boaster with 1, and now down to the 1v1. But with 8 seconds, they're so low on time, and the mosh. Hero has to go through it. He gets it, and he's gonna get the plant. Sassy isn't gonna be able to swing in time. Spike's down, but is he ready for the fight?
The cage.
It's perfect to give him a moment of respite. Spotting the cam and spotting the player. Sassy, the one to set this in motion. You can see them trying to eye it up. Durka looking for it.
Sassy.
Poster's there. Sassy almost shutting down on 1. Zekken looking for a body. Can't get it. It's Chronicle to connect. So the mid fight continuing. And do they re-aggress here, Sen?
Not enough util. Fnatic.
John QT, he gets overwhelmed. He gets run over. I thought he could have stopped this. Divide now invested.
Flash.
Zelsis? You're a brave boy, Zelsis. He's going back in for more. He wants seconds. 1 attempt wasn't enough. Working at the back of the Dizzy. I don't think they know he's here. Zelsa with the opportunity to do some serious damage.
Wait a minute.
And he's doing it. Back-to-back impact. But a 1v3, he'd have to go
Chronicle
for an ace. He's read Chronicle's position. Zelsis is absolutely reading this, but the timing not there. Chronicle. Threat to this. Tens, Sarsi, both here. Pain Shell is perfect. It's going to do so much. Force them away. Alpha gets the fight and he gets the kill as well. Plant now in play. Durka defending. Takes away Tens. But it's Zekken with the impact through on CT. Looking to re-clear. That's a third. This could be magic for that man. But it's Chronicle still alive. Stelsis takes another. But a 1v2. Chronicle the hero from before. But can he don the cape again? The reposition, they're staying close. Sentinels taking no risks here, but a fair fight found for John QT. Trade in place.
The market split, they were trying to set this up earlier, trying to shock the trips early. Closer in Chronicle.
Oh,
And he gets a kill with the
okay, the classic, and it's the Bulldog this time. John QT has been stalwart in approach of holding that B site. Chronicle gets the better of Zelsis. Tens can't even get a second in the round, leaving Sarsi, who was probably identified over towards that A site very early on. They get a beat on his new position here towards market. His options have pretty much gone here. And as if that's how they stick the landing, Josh, I didn't see that's how Fnatic was going to get back in with a classic kill and a Bulldog on B site.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, won't be a flawless round.
No.
Not again. Saucy trying to save his rifle again. This is the second time that he'd be going for it, but Fnatic again stun as well. But Sentinels creeping into middle, getting down.
Isolate. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. He was clean with
more.
it. Yeah, and he's read it correctly. There are two more plays. The timing, he looks away! And then we put to bed, put to his grave. They've got a good read on this, and there comes Chronicle! This man's impact is off the charts. The hat ult as well should reveal a lot of information. This could be the go signal for Durka to take some space.
30 seconds
You're looking
left.
at the vast majority of Sentinels trying to focus up towards market, slip away towards CT,
Space
find
created.
a bit of safety.
Spike planted.
Chronicle up middle. It's
This
just the
guy.
camera to spot him, but he's not going to pop that camera at this stage in the round. Chronicle.
But they've got to buy time. They still have to keep them present here, keep them locked in towards market. Durka and Alpha in unison. And now you got to look for the lurk here. Chronicle can now pull the trigger. He can get closer. They're none the wiser. They have no idea of the creeping death behind. No! Outrageous! And if John QT's alive, is there hope? The 1v1 between the young gun and the IGL of dreams.
The camera on the spike, though, as soon as John QT taps that, he's going to get tagged by the camera, and Hero will have a perfect opportunity to spam him. There's no way.
There's no time. The young gun might have just outdone him here. John QT is normally on for it, but it doesn't matter. The time is gone, and Fnatic stretch their lead.
But Sentinel's already in position
here.
to come and deny this plant. The Alpha.
And look at Sarsi,
Okay.
though. He's crept further forward. They don't know about Sarsi. And you got to know about this man. 10 kills already. He's dead. Hero holds the line. And now John QT and Zelsis' options become near on null. Durka going to be hungry for this. He's going hunting. He's having his dinner. John QT once again last alive and very few options. It's time to back away. Like a 3-2 split here. Early pressure towards Zekken. Speaking of pressure, that doesn't apply as Zekken gets a new lease of life. You can't get the follow-up and Boaster. Speaking about fragging IGLs, it's Boaster at the helm this time. 2 for him, but John QT has his number. Keeps him in a level situation, 3v3, but the retakes have been difficult, and Hero feeling confident. That's why. Claims another man. It's Tens and Sarsi. The duo over towards the A site. But Hero has been sharp. Ult comes in, should clear towards Elise Pillar. Both seen, and actually, hold on.
It catches two.
That's a problem here. It's only Alpha who could do anything about this. So the flash to buy a little bit of time, and Ten's going hunting. He wants in. Stunned up, forced to respect. They're trying to close down, but they can't get to them. Fnatic, hold the line!
Contact into B. Knife.
Camera taken
Sees if anyone's close by.
Oh,
But here's the
Durka,
counter push.
The disrespect from Durka to go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect, but he claims Sarsi's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards this B site.
4-4. A little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of the site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact, does Hero then swing? It looked like that was the intention. They should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's Tens though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from market. Zekken kicking it up a gear. Now just on Boaster in the 1v2. Pain Shell in play still for Zekken. Boaster to walk back in, and Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer back perfectly. Still gonna have util in the backlines from JohnQT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. And how are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When TenZ does that! Back-to-back brilliance from the man. Chronicle and Durka brought to their knees. Poster and Alpha, options have gone.
They just need a save now. They realize Sentinels. The dart stun combo.
Timing. Oh, Zekken caught just drifting through. TenZ remains alive for now, but he's lucky, if anything. And the punishment, the control on B main is kept in the hands of Fnatic. These weapons aren't easy to get hands on, but Zellsis trying to take the challenge. He's got Sassy behind him, and a quick swing. Zellsis beheading Durka, trying to defend this. Police those weapons lost.
4 versus 3 in favor of Fnatic on their eco round here, and JohnQT trying to search out this A area, get a little bit of information here.
Oh, he's seen a lot in middle there, though. Not sure if he saw 2, maybe even 3.
Camera gets taken out, but the defender camera at B main, ready to just figure out what's going on here if they need to go for the retake. Searching out JohnQT, though, yeah.
Look at Hero's position. He knows there's a chance of this. A was left completely open. Hero taking a couple of glances towards it, over towards that spawn side. You can see Sentinels cautious in approach. They don't quite know where Fnatic have gone, and this flank is on the way. So a flank's on a flank pretty much here. You got to expect the timing to be right from JohnQT.
Hero knows.
Gonna know at least 1. He now knows there's 2, but the trade is there for Alpha.
Hero.
This can get turned on its head. Hero reads it well, and now Zellsis in a 1v3. It's only Sheriffs, but how much can one man do? He's got a player to the right, 1 to the left. The defuse will be beginning in about a second. You take your eye off the prize, and they'll punish you for it. Another opportunity. 2 for Zellsis, maybe a 3rd. No, Hero! Paranoid goes through. Bosa tries to back away, but he's caught. He is absolutely sunk. Zekken leading the charge, and now the rest of Fnatic want to avenge their IGL. You got to look at the flank here as well, you're right. Zellsis going to be put on notice, catches him. Notes Durka, paint shell goes in, and Zellsis leans forward, but it's Durka and Chronicle in unison, dropping bodies. Sassy holding the back from the market, trying to play to the time perfectly, and they're doing everything they can. But a 1v2 for Alpha. He may not have the time for this. I think it's gone. I think it's too late. It's going to be a huge investment. Durka takes away Zekken, but how much more can he do? TenZ taking a little bit of splash damage, it looks like, and Sassy going to lose his life. They've invested everything they had to that opening.
Those 2 kills are huge. They need to be able to close this out. JohnQT, that would have been a huge find if he was able to get it on Boaster, but 3 players from Sentinels coming over to this A side. Boaster is all alone. He needs to find a way to get out. He needs to live. His teammates are so far away.
Surely it's too late. He can only hold towards that elbow position. JohnQT trying to close the gap, get a bit closer. Takes a step over. The trap in play, trying to isolate Boaster here. He's been seen, he's been noted, he's buying time, but it takes time. The rotation on the way. And Chronicle right nearby, he might team himself up for the trade. TenZ left out to dry. No one there to back him up until then. 2 big picks. JohnQT and Zellsis take away the players trying to pressure that plant, but it got into play. So Zellsis and JohnQT still need to stand together. It is a 2v3. Numbers on towards Fnatic's side. Zellsis feeling the pressure on the site. You can see the crossfire in play here. As best they can. Zellsis going to get the contact from all 3. Can he divide? Can he conquer? Spots them getting closer. He knows it. He hears it. It's JohnQT to his side. But Durka succeeds. And now JohnQT on 39 needs to clutch and he can't. Fnatic.
To line them all up. 3 spotted at middle.
Big info. Alpha. Now under scrutiny, but
Durka!
JohnQT, the savior of that moment. A missed shot, and now Sentinels start the ball rolling. The B site is open, it's available. Hero trying to hinder. Catching one on the cross, can't land it, JohnQT does. Setting them up for success. And a plant that he had, and if you're Fnatic, you're pulling the plug, surely. That was perfect from Sen. They're just not getting in the door here. Sentinels shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zellsis sent to his death. Forced to fight forward. Sassy now leaning back, but time is ticking. You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sassy still stands, as does JohnQT, and the time is ticking. They are out of time, surely. No more to be done here. No more time to play. Sentinels running it down to the wire.
They have that dart that can smoke off elbow, aftershock out that default box. This is doable for Fnatic. It needs to be perfect though. Boaster trying to take that timing in.
Actually, he's gone in the door. Zekken sends him away though, and now they're struggling, now they're capitulating, now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now.
The time is ticking.
Fnatic running this incredibly low. Again, the ult. Okay, it's going to be down to the wire, but Ten's unaffected. Maybe his moment to shine, but forced away. 24 HP, he leans forward, and he just brushes his shoulders. What? He still gets a body for the time. Keep in mind the clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast. John QT forced away. Zelsis fights back, and Sentinels make it up to 12. Who could be the downfall? How diligent are they? It doesn't matter, he still gets one.
Big shock.
Oh, Chronicle, where was that? Out of nowhere, catching Sassy on the shock dart. And suddenly, they're left in pieces, fractured on the way forward. Tens, John QT and Zelsis, you talk about impact players. You got them in this, though.
I'm looking at Tenz's ultimate. On a round like this is where you want to try to find your footing into a site and pop that ultimate if you need it back out. Right now, Zelsis is trying to figure out how he can disrupt this retake, the rotations, but deciding to move together here. John QT versus Hero is going to be a big duel towards B, but it's a defense on market. They don't care about the site.
The first fight, Tens trying to lead the fray. John QT, Tens, back-to-back impact. TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zelsis hops away, keeps himself alive. Information aplenty. They now know what they're up against. And Tens' timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around. They go towards site. One towards main. One on pillar. One CT. Hard to find fair fights. And John QT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zelsis, but the time is ticking. And Tens is on the way. The camera comes up. They want to get it towards half. They might just do it. But Tens, the bully of the big boys, afraid of no one. Shuts out map 1, 13 to 11. On the side, those Sentinels. Sassy maybe underestimating how many were there, and Fnatic have kept so many bodies on this site. Yeah, there's no way. Sen completely stunned by this. The only maybe silver lining is that Zekin's been let loose, but the spike has been left over towards A. Maybe if he'd had that, he could have maybe snuck away, but a 1v3 with a classic in hand. I mean, not out of the realms of reality for Zekin.
They know
position.
roughly where he was. He got that kill with the paint shells. So, the reposition from Fnatic. They're moving away from showers. They're tripling up, making sure they go together. Durka, he's got paint shells. They got the spot as well.
Yeah, but it's still Zekin. A reposition and a body found.
That second kill gets him a refresh on his paint shells. He's got double satchel paint shells. The spike's not planted on his side of the box. And once Fnatic figure that out, but they need to get to it first.
Nothing short of brilliance demanded of Zekin here. A tap on the spike. And they're forced away, not achieving half. This is doable. It's not done yet. Chronicle.
This is so dangerous for him if he gets caught out of position, but
high risk, high reward.
Instead, Alpha goes down.
So it's on Chronicle. So maybe buy time, make them work.
45
Make it
seconds.
not feel so easy. 40 seconds now. Both trying to clear out towards that B site, but Sen are on the way. Smokes coming into play. That's all they had, opting towards heaven. So Chronicle now with a chance.
30 seconds.
But the timing from Shower is pretty key, can't deny it. And John QT with the punish. Sentinels, beautiful play. High risk, high reward, and Bosa forced to save.
Not the end of the world for Team Fnatic.
Already pressure on the side, but they haven't broken through by Octagon yet. Now they go. Zekin wants to find Durka, who quickly dodges, but it's John QT to land it. Boaster with the impact. Now down to Zekin and 10. And Zekin up above, flies through the air. But the ease is not there. It's all on Tens in the 1v1. But where the hell is Chronicle? Even Tens is unsure, but opts for a plant here. But he's only got a Bucky. How the hell is he meant to get in here now? Did he see him?
He's going for the gem spots, the silent ones too.
He's looking for him. Chronicle, has he made it down yet? I think he might have, just creeping ever closer. Tens takes a look, takes a glance, and they pass each other, and it is all gonna be down on timing. Tens completely unaware. Spots a pixel and gets the body!
Big execution.
And they don't have the ults to depend upon this time. It's tricky, and you've got Boaster in what feels like a risky position, but it might just work, especially with the smoke. They're none the wiser, but he still gets one. Trade comes in. Zekin trying to run rampant, but it's still going to be dealt with by Durka. Trying to secure the site. They can't. Durka on the back lines, keeping this in their hands. Time is now of the essence, and they've run out of it. The spike too far. This time, Fnatic
fights. They're just afraid of those TP crunches. And as I say that,
there, that's the players. You've got them, use them. Zekken and Sassy taking away Durka and Hero, their opposing numbers, and John QT closing in the net. Chronicle still going to do some damage. Oh, what is that? Oh, but he gets caught. Tens ain't going to let that slip. Keeps it safe on the site. Backline fight as well. You got to look at Zelsis, look at Alpha. That's closing in. They even get to know where Boaster is.
Launching smoke.
Patience paying here. Zelsis waiting. Alpha caution being displayed. And it ain't clean enough. He does get away with it. But Zelsis going to catch him and bring him back down to earth. But a 1v2 for Boaster. Position was considered and he's dead. And been there though. No respect to it. They want to press the issue. Oh, that's why! Second, you are outrageous. And another potential victim. Hero's lucky to be breathing. Again, just onslaught after onslaught. Chronicle tries. Well, he still can only do so much. Hero has fallen. It's on Chronicle, Boaster, and Alpha, who are being absolutely stun-locked out of this game. The pace has been so oppressive from Sentinels. So well done. John QT, never gonna let the round slip, is he? Alpha is there, and the second for Alpha. Now down to a 3v2, but look who's creeping in. John QT, the one to full stop the round, surely. How are they meant to do anything with this man's presence alone? The spike feeling inaccessible. And Sassy not giving them a fight. Trying to play to the timing. Chronicle pries him out, but the time is starting to tick. And John QT knows it. He plays it to the sec. Fnatic need an answer, Josh.
Oh yeah!
Thrash instantly as soon as he gets the plant. Nightfall and a fast retake.
Chronicle on the swing, and he hits! Knocking three of them out of the park, leaving just Sassy alive in a 1v5. This would be monumental.
Wait.
Oh my God, it's halfway though. He has to go, he has to swing, and he falls.
The Viper's pit to lock down either elbow or spawn.
This Mosh should at least isolate the rest of the players away from Second, but they're completely unawares. Boaster,
Durka, what?
just asleep at the wheel at Second, just eviscerating them. He's the one to take this site. He is the one in control. And these are problems, these are issues, these are unmistakable. The only one to answer back so far is Chronicle. Zekken still stands, he still delivers. That's 3, 4 seconds. Outrageous impact, and he knows where Chronicle is. Zelsis.
No,
Oh, Zelsis.
no. Also, from that Brimstone, if he has a lineup for the spot, it could be free.
Could be, but it's pandemonium on the site, and Tens once in. Where the hell did that go? But Durka still gonna find it with a shorty. Chronicle still controlling. It's on Zelsis, it's on John QT. A clutch would be demanded. Oh, there's not much more he can do. Chronicle, this is the danger. This is the impact. Good work. Instead of trying it. Try and fail. Chronicle, that's why you respect him. When he tells you to sit down, you sit down. 2 already to kick things off. And instantly SEN have to fall away from that.
Sit down or I'll bury you, basically. He puts him down. 5 alive for Fnatic. And they put the brakes on. That smoke is making them second guess themselves, but also when they let the round develop like this, Sentinels, they can't play spread apart. If they do, then it's going to be 5 versus 2 or 5 versus 1. So they're going to get a little bit sweaty here.
I would say, though, with John QT and that Sheriff, there's still, like, high levels that this could go any which way. It's certainly not on one path yet. But they've navigated past him, at least for the initial contact. He could still create a little bit of a crossfire, maybe with Zelsis here, or does he play it a little bit late? Options are plenty.
Only 2 stars available for Boaster. He needs to pick which 2 spots he wants to lock out. Hookah and Spawn and Alpha finds that pick. John QT sits in Hookah, but locked out for another 10 seconds here before he can get into the action. And in a 2 versus 5, your options are limited. You have to hope that Fnatic actually make a mistake, slip up here. But the way they've been playing this round so far doesn't look like it's going to be coming into play.
No, it's very, very tricky to find impact now. The unoccupied space feels so obvious. Boaster probably going to get contact. Beautiful! John QT, yeah, give him a wave. Give him a wave. But any more?
Got to leave Boaster there. Come back to short A. It's going to be a quad peek.
Oh, left, right, and he's dead. Overwhelmed Zelsis. He's playing it as late as he can there, trying to invest the molly, but they can walk ahead of it. They can get ahead of that, and they do. But Zelsis still amongst all of the maelstrom, still here. Just trying to watch between the smokes, between the spam. The plant is in. Hero gets
solo, but he's alive.
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Ult coming in. That's a problem. Gets handled well. They're just on that verge now. The Sentinels play this forward, but they flood the site. They're down low on HP. They're running low on players. And they're running low on time. Another Prowler in. They're not getting what they want. There's no access here.
But a 4-man reclear potentially from Sentinels here.
Yeah, gonna go back in for the fight. Alpha takes down one, but it's traded out. The Dizzy does well. And Tens claims Durka. This is good. This is a man to Sentinels this time. Shower control regathered. But Fnatic still have 50 seconds to try and paint the picture they want to, but that spike is a problem.
It's going to be so difficult to recover this. They do have stars on Astra. They can use these abilities to flush them out. Also, a Molotov from that Viper can clear out certain corners, but this crossfire from Heaven,
It's John QT. His positioning has been outstanding, genuinely, and his timing on the util, again, solidifying the safety of that spike.
The smoke's going to fade away in 5 seconds as well. He needs to re-smoke this if they want a chance.
20 seconds,
Molly.
the molly now. This is so well done. They are just suffocating Fnatic out of this round. And you talk about his positioning, John QT. He is hard to pin down. He's outrageously good at what he does.
10 seconds
And he
left.
reappears at the right time. The spike's still firmly in hand. He tries to make it costly, but Fnatic will have to let this one slip. Sentinels with the right fight in the right place at the right time.
Right now, they're looking to do a TP play and come from hookah and spawn at the same time, but there's so many players here, and Tens goes down.
But a quick trade, Zekken gonna keep it in hand. 4v4, but the time on their side. And Chronicle closing in. The man has been a nightmare incarnate. Hero finds John QT, pressure on CT, and Chronicle step by step getting closer. The inevitable death looking like it's likely. And Chronicle, he sees it all, and he takes down one, spots another with Durka. It's perfect from Fnatic. Give us the eyes on him. Let's see what the Chosen One can do. Good for one, no more to be done. The Wonder Kid takes over.
That's a big
Takes
volley
over
timing.
Showers, but the Hero's ahead of it. He gets to slip the net. He gets to get the plant. So the time isn't the problem here. 3 players already on this side. Zekken pops the ult. Oh, Booster gets splattered against the wall. A 3v4 in favor to Sen. Alpha down low does have his ult. The Prowler doesn't quite make it. But Sassy aware, Chronicle, the final boss of Fnatic, is still standing. Supported by the young gun Hero, but they are in problems. They are in trouble. The tap on the spike should draw the reaction. John QT finds Hero, and Chronicle's fallen. Sentinels! Waiting for the 50-second goer. It looks like it's in now. The Dizzy goes through. The ult comes in. Zekken falls as opposed to finds him. Alpha gonna note the follow-up as well. That's gonna be Sassy seen. Held up and denied. The ult then got popped by John QT, who's the one who could maybe stop it all. He takes away Durka and he plays towards the site. Plants in play, and Hero has none of it, leaving Tens and Zelsu with no options. Time to save. 11 carved into the board for Fnatic.
Once they see this all...
That insult to injury, and Durka dives head first. Oh, it's gorgeous! Durka conquering the entirety of the site, but do they know about Zelsis? Well, Zelsis, what are we going to do now? A chance at glory, and he gets none. Alpha ensures safety. Make sure that the plant comes down. Never off guard duty, and Chronicle the closer. And Tens, this is a hard game to play when you feel like this. You're never in the right place, never at the right time. And Zekken, you got to back away. These weapons are so valuable. 12 is surely here for Fnatic. Can Sen pull this back from the brink? And it looks like this is what it comes down to. Durka, his name up in lights. And Fnatic looking to rebound after the arduous map 1. Bind looking like it's going to be in their hands. John QT and Zelsis with a lot of work to do, Josh.
That's showstopper with Durka as well. As soon as they start inching up, it's going to be all over. Durka already opened up the round with 2.
Durka wants this done. Takes another. It's all on Zelsis, and it's over. Map 3 is unlocked. This, out of all the players, he's the one you should be scared of. Shaking in your boots. But that shot wasn't clean, but Heroes was. evades the C's, and Hero leans forward. Chronicle strikes, fighting
down
back
A.
with venom to it. Zelsis and John QT now have nowhere to step. The spike got lost deeper. They've lost down the players. The Sheriff in Zelsis' hand is really the only caveat that's on their side.
40 seconds left. Time's getting low. Turret watches B. And Alpha could actually position himself towards C if he wants to. The rest of his team playing that retake on A. They have the numbers, letting Sentinels go for the site if they want it. Durka on this jump spot said, don't worry, Boaster, I got this. 18 seconds left, and they've shown where they want to go. It's going to be so low in time by the time they can get anywhere, but Fnatic's just going to push out before they can get the spike planted.
Retake. Zelsis, there's a moment to shine! It was then! He gets two, he tried everything he could! But Hero, with 30 seconds to go, Zekken finds a little bit of safety. And he holds his breath and waits. You can already see the curiosity starting to close down. It's Chronicle to take away tens. Now Alpha retaking the space. Takes a lot of damage. Zekken strides in, but Hero on the trade. Spike with a quick pivot. Zelsis playing ahead. That's huge. Can he buy enough time? Can he buy enough security? He's desperately trying to readjust on the spike plant. It should be fine on the time. A 3v2 out of nothing. Maybe Sentinels finding their footing here. Boaster and Hero working their way around CT.
They have a little bit to work with. That smoke, a Prowler.
Cover going out.
They repositioned, but still the crossfire from the front of the site and the blue door. If Hero goes all the way around and secures this flank, if Boaster makes enough pressure for it, it could be the difference maker.
Last player standing.
Zelsis puts an end to it.
Zelsis, this round was his. You gotta say it. His earlier positioning, catching the rotation back from C. He did everything right for the side, and you wanted a bit more from him. He gave us a whole lot. Boaster gonna try and back away and keep. Tens seems aware. Actually, the paranoia didn't land. Durka with a new lease of life. Counter paranoia. It may not be on, but Durka certainly is. Finds two. Answered back. Sight still under contest. Hero overwhelmed. And Zekken doing everything he can. Plant in play. Trying to make it happen. Good damage. Look at Alpha.
HP.
So low. Pop of the ult here. They need this plant in now. And it is.
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paint Shell still in play for Zekken. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full HP with that Odin.
Play retake with, but it's got to be traded off of Alpha, right? And for Sasi, 64, still sitting better off. Did he get spotted? He did! Alpha finds him! Zekken though, can the man become a monster? It looks like he might be able to. 3 in this round, he needs 4! And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes, 15 HP. Paint Shell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding! And now what do they do? Running low on time and running low on options. Durka going to be on defense. Trying to hold this down, hold the line, make him sweat. 10 seconds, where do you go? There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. They try and play forward. But the man himself holds them back. 3 in the round. And all their chances run away with the clock. Thought he might try and fly up towards CT there, but there were two waiting. Both trying to catch on the backup, and it was Alpha to get Zekken there.
Waterfall
but they're taking
to
a tour. Durka's on 4 HP. Is he hearing this?
This could be a huge
he's pinging it out. He's pinging it out, but John QT catching the flank as well, trying to give them time. Time to run, time to make it to the side, but they know there's still going to be players here. There's got to be. They find Durka, they do, and he is damaged. He is dead, surely! Boaster, the saving grace of Durka, who could do no more. Where does Boaster go now? Okay, a 3v2. Sasi and John QT. Nightfall, Viper's Pit, a big couple of ults here, but they want to try and at least secure Mound. John QT gave it a glance, but that's going to force forward Boaster, tries to maybe catch him in that, doesn't get a connection.
Prowler and Haunt, and a C's to follow as well. 1 HP on John QT, and the Molly!
There's nowhere to run, there was nowhere to hide, but Sasi, this guy is legendary for a reason, and this might be a reminder. 2 in the round, he needs a third. Chronicle was the king of bind. It doesn't matter now!
Picking them off.
It took one timeout and they look right back into it, but they might be taken out again. Zekken leads the fray, as does Tens. They clear through Mount and they're away. C-Site should be under SEN control. Nothing can stop them now. We might need that counter timeout from Fnatic to re-establish their control in the game themselves. This is a 5v3 and they have no step towards the site.
Sentinels looking so strong right now, and this is when they look the scariest, when they start getting these rounds.
Not the worst in the world, not a bad position to be in. Obviously, we know they don't. Tens looking to get active, looking to get involved. Takes away Hero, knows about Chronicle. The Prowler to the left, but the paranoia sends him away. Oh, but Tens, he won't fall. He stands his ground and he takes down another. And now down to Chron and Alpha, trying to play it back through. And now all down to Chronicle. He's in trouble. And you can see why. Tens reigning super. Want safety. They want the numbers for that second half. They want 8 rounds. Anything less may not be enough, but Alpha going to set it into motion. Taking away Zekken, the spam comes in towards Tree. It's where all the 3 players from SEN are currently sitting. One slay disconnected is Zelsis, but they take over the site, and Durka takes the kill. JohnQT standing tall for Sentinels, finally put down by Durka for the 1v1. And the time is too low, surely there's no more. There isn't, it's 8 rounds for Sentinels.
Is it going to be a pivot back through that blue door into B as soon as they get spotted here? 20 seconds remain.
Durka's here though, but yeah, he's still out of position. Boaster goes down. They've unlocked the keys to the castle, but do they expect Chronicle? It doesn't matter. Sentinels striding through the site. Time, 10 seconds. Hero, Durka working together. Desperate to hold on to this. Desperate for a chance. And Sassy is the one to stand in their way. Oh my god, the time. The time. Does he get it? No! Bullets! Towards site itself, so no one slipped back towards Mound, just leaving the turret towards it. The Prowler goes towards CT, that gets at least a slight connection. They now know that they're getting towards this. 3 through Waterfall, 2 through CT. It's Sassy to start it off. Taking down Hero and Durka now blinded, put to the corner, and dealt with by Zekken. Another step taken, the HP dwindling. Sentinels, this could be the first nail in the Fnatic coffin. Oh, and it's just flawless.
Contact kill is pivotal. Durka doesn't get it.
No, but
Hero.
JohnQT will. That's the spike. Oh, it couldn't be anywhere worse. Because now they can control it, temper it, and it feels just like a death funnel through there. What are you meant to do?
Slow motion train wreck happening here. The recycling of these, the crossfire that they have.
They can't do
34
anything.
seconds, Fnatic.
They are watching their tournament life be drawn away from them second by second. It will be 11 if SEN convert this, which looks exceedingly likely. And it's an excruciating death for Fnatic here. That spike is the downfall. There is no recovering this. And the round will fade away.
10 seconds
and so will a lot of Fnatic's hopes on this one.
Sitting there, they had paint shells ready, they had paranoia ready, there was no getting through Fnatic. Chronicle.
Does he live?
Time, making sure they're moving together. Now they're grouped, now the retake comes in.
And it's almost an extended bonus. Anything is a benefit in this sort of round, and for Fnatic, it's a must-win. The scales tilted against them. Sassy goes down, it's going to be Chronicle. Taking them away, step by step, maybe a chance made here, but Sentinels fighting back in! Durka dies, wait, the timing! Almost caged behind that door. When do you unleash him? You do it now! You take away Chronicle and suddenly you're back to a 4v4. There's problems left, right, Zelsis takes him away and now down to 3, man advantage to SEN. Alpha from the back lines fighting back, takes away JohnQT.
40 seconds
plant, where do they go?
3 versus 3, no space really taken from these guys. They've spotted most of these players on the defense, but they're going to run themselves out of time. Fnatic so indecisive in these moments, but they have to make a final decision and end somewhere. Enough time past Sentinels is actually over-rotating to C, and Fnatic's going to find an open site.
Okay, plant's going to be in. Now we look at the post plant. How much space are they willing to take? Trying to establish some utility, and the TP is here.
Info. Realizes it's not close.
Nothing.
Oh, he sticks it. But now he knows, hey, they're not spawned yet, which means they over-rotated.
Careful
flank. Yep.
You're calling these positions out now, but with Zekken standing, there's danger, there's threat, as with Zelsis, as with Sassy.
Turret, the alarm bot, the smoke at the front of the site, the crossfire. Fnatic.
Kind of clear.
This is looking good for them.
A chance made. But Sentinel step by step, closing in, now down to 2, Hero and Poster, but Zelsis, 1 by 1, taking them away as Poster has to try and save them, and it's an absolute nightmare in the making. Diffuse is in, no way! Isn't for free. They're trying to test this. Tens gonna open the door, swing it. Boaster, big impact, finding two, plants in play. Tens and John QT. Are you up for this? Two low players, maybe three you could argue. And it's Tens, and it's John QT. You give them credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying duo. But right now they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As Tens leans in. Oh my God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? Tens desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough. They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now. And second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart Fnatic. Limb by limb they fall, and this is what it comes down to. A 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved